Panama City Beach, Florida. This is Nightly Focus. Hello everyone, I'm Cuyler Merryman. We got a packed show for you. We are here on our final day here in Panama City. We're breaking down 4 more college football teams, their schedule, their outlook, what we can expect. We got all that on this show, and that's coming to you live right now. Now, Big Ten Media Days start, I believe, today on Thursday, or are at least ending. So Big Ten Media Days are going on right now. Let's get you to the Big Ten first then, before the SEC today. Michigan State, let's break down their football outlook for 2022. They finished 3rd in the Big Ten behind Michigan and Ohio State. In 2021, 4 players were drafted, one of them including Kenneth Walker, who's now with the Seattle Seahawks. Final ranking, they were 9th overall, which is in the top 10. Their record in 2021 was 11-2. The only losses came with Ohio State and I forget the other one, but they lost to Ohio State. Let's go through their schedule and show you what we can expect from them. September 2nd, they get Western Michigan at home, and then on the 10th, they get Akron at home. They should win both of those games. Then 17th of September, they travel to Washington. So that's going to be a close game. Washington's going to get a new head coach, I believe, or maybe a second-year coach. But anyway, it'll be a somewhat new coach. So we'll see how that game shakes out for both those teams. Then they get Minnesota at home. They should win that. And then they go at Maryland on October 1st. Maryland's going to be better this year, so could we see an upset potentially? I think we could. It's something to watch. No official game picks yet, but it's something to definitely watch. Then they get Ohio State at home. They should win. They should lose that, probably. I think Ohio State's going to be really good this year. I'll give you my playoff picture in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that. Then we've got Wisconsin at home. Wisconsin's going to be good this year, but I don't know if they're going to be that great. I think Michigan should beat them, Michigan State should beat them, especially at home. On the 29th, they get Michigan. They travel to Michigan. If it's at the Big House, I think it's a Michigan win. The 5th, they get Illinois they travel at Illinois on November 5th. So Illinois is not going to be that great. They should win that. And then on the 12th, they get Rutgers at home. Rutgers, they should win that as well. Then on the 17th, they get Indiana at home. They should win that. And then on the 26th of November, they travel to Penn State. Penn State, I feel like, is overrated. I don't think they're going to be that great this year, but that's just me before the season. Alright, let's travel over to the Big Ten West now, where Iowa, let's give you your outlook. They won the Big Ten West last year, which is first, and they ended up losing in the Big Ten Championship to Michigan. They had 2 players drafted, one of them being their center, Tyler Linderbaum. Their final ranking was 23rd, and they finished with a record of 10-4. Let's take a look at Iowa's schedule. September 3rd, they get South Dakota State at home. Then they get a rival Iowa State at home on the 10th. They should win both those games. I would say Iowa State's more a toss-up game, but they should definitely beat South Dakota State. And then on the 17th, they get Nevada at home. So they should win both of those games, South Dakota State and Nevada. Then they travel to Rutgers. They should win that. Then they get a rematch of the Big Ten Championship. They get Michigan at home. I think Michigan's going to win that, but that's just because I'm a Michigan fan. On the 8th, they travel to Illinois. They should win that game, and then they get October 22nd, they get Ohio State they travel to Ohio State, so we're likely to see them lose that game. October 29th, they travel and get Northwestern at home. On the 5th, they travel to Purdue. I think they should win both those games. I'd say Purdue possibly lose the that Iowa could possibly lose to Purdue. That's something to keep our eyes on. They get Wisconsin at home. I think Wisconsin could win that as well. They get at Minnesota. I think they'll win that. And then on the 24th, they will get Nebraska at home. I think Nebraska is going to be better this year than they have in the past. Now, if we take a look at Alabama in the Southeast, Alabama, that's who we're talking about now. They finished first in the SEC West in 2021. 7 players were drafted, and they finished second overall with a record of 13-2. Now, one thing I want to point out, the last time Alabama was not in or didn't win the national championship, which was 2019, they ended up not winning it because Tua got hurt. But then that next year, they came and I believe they went almost undefeated, if not undefeated, and ended up winning it. Does that mean Alabama could win it this next year? It's a sign that we could see Alabama in the national championship again this year. Now, who do I think they'll play? I think it'll end up being Ohio State. Let's take a look at Alabama's schedule quickly, though. September 3rd, they get Utah State at home. Then on the 10th, they travel at Texas. That's going to be a really, really good game. I'm going to watch that, so stay tuned. I'm not going to make a pick on that because that's going to come down to the wire. September 3rd, they get UL Monroe. And then on the 24th, they get Vanderbilt. They should win both of those games. And then on the 1st, they travel at Arkansas. They should win that. They get Texas A&M at home. Texas A&M is going to be good. I don't know if they're going to be that good, though. So something to watch for sure. Then on the 15th, they travel to Tennessee. They should win that game. And then on the 22nd, they get Mississippi State at home. They should win that. And then they travel at LSU. I don't know if they're going to win that game. And then they travel at Ole Miss. I don't know if they're going to win that game either. It was close last year, and it was at Alabama. So, I don't know. Could we see them lose those two? Potentially, I think we could. If we see them lose the first one, which is LSU, I think we could easily see them lose the second one. Then on the 19th, they get Austin Peay. I don't even know how to say that. I've never even heard of that yet. Anyway, then on the 26th, they get Auburn at home. That's always a good game, the Iron Bowl. Now let's talk about Ole Miss. Yes, the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss, second in the SEC West in 2021. They got 6 players drafted and finished with a ranking of 11th overall. Now, in a previous video, I believe I mentioned that Matt Corral was from there. Matt Corral's actually from Ole Miss, so I misspoke in that video, so that's on me. 2021, they finished with a record of 10-3. Now let's take a look at their schedule. September 3rd, they get Troy at home, and then on the 10th, they get Central Arkansas at home. They should win both those games, and then they go at Georgia Tech on the 17th. They should win that. Georgia Tech's not that great. And then on the 24th, they get Tulsa at home as well. They should win all their first 4 games, that's for sure. Then they get Kentucky at home. They should probably win that. And then they travel at Vanderbilt on the 8th and get Auburn at home on the 15th. They should win all those games. Their tough schedule is on the backside, though. On the 22nd, they get travel at LSU. I think they could lose that game. Down the 29th, they travel at Texas A&M. I think they could lose that game. They get Alabama at home. Again, I think they could possibly win that, but I'm not going to say for sure. They travel at Arkansas. I think they could win that game as well. And then they get Mississippi State at home on the 24th. So, is Ole Miss going to be better than last year? Possibly. I think we could see it, but I'm not going to make any predictions just yet. Alright, well, the week has been great here in Panama City. We'll see you back in studio on Monday, which will be August 1st. You have been listening to Nightly Focus on Cuyler Merryman. Thanks for joining us.